Monster Fear and Lavender by G.B. Tierney. Chapter 1. Well, Gwen, here you go again, trying to hide from death. She's like that old family friend you never really want to invite to the party, but somehow she always shows up. Death's always been my unsettling companion, lurking just at the edge of every close call. Thinking about it, Death's been there, watching me, more than some of my friends. I would say I've lost count of the number of times she's popped round to see if I'm willing to come out and play, but I still remember every one of them. That day on the beach when my sister and her friends buried me in the sand, or that holiday in the sun when she tried so hard to drown me in the swimming pool, just because she thought it was funny. Someone's always been there to rescue me, get me breathing again. So many accidents, skiing, rock climbing, the plane crash, that faulty kettle. Though this time it truly hurts. Not like the pile of bricks that just hit you in the chest feeling you get from resuscitation. This time I got shot. You know, death might get me. There's no one around to save me. I'm all alone. And it's my own fault, as usual. I forgot the rules. I forgot the danger. I forgot myself. They told me in the beginning that I would have to keep a cool head in this line of work. Shouldn't let the anger get the better of me. I'm always rushing in head first. Shit, my head feels like it's been smacked with a large jar of jelly wrapped in an iron bar. It's kind of hard to focus. What is the time? How long have I been here? I had plans tonight with my flatmate Lisa. She's going to be so mad at me. I'm going to miss her play. I bet she had dinner planned as well. Somewhere nice, not too expensive, but friendly. I should have got the night off. After all, it's the anniversary of us buying the flat together. I know it's such a silly thing to worry about. She knows me and what I do. She's the best friend I've always needed. That smile she gives me every time she sees me. The wrinkle of her nose when one of my cooking experiments goes wrong. It's okay when she adds chocolate and coffee to the chili. Yet when I add a tin of fruit salad to my spag bol, everything becomes weird, and not the good kind. At least we laugh about it. My uniform's wet. It might have been the rain when we ran in. I forgot my waterproofs. But I guess it's all my blood. Of all the places to get hit, that scumbag gave me both barrels in the back. What a coward. I never thought an anti-stab vest was going to save me from the blast. But better that it was me than someone innocent. Doesn't he know what this green means? Not that it counts much these days. So many attacks on medical staff, it's a wonder anyone wants the job. Still, both barrels. All those pellets in my right side. Luckily, the vest slowed them a bit. He must have thought I was dead. All that blood. Plus, I fell down a stairwell. The sound of the rain thrashing into the windows must have muffled my heartbeat. Never been so thankful for the English weather. Every bit of me feels the way I expect from toppling down some stairs. Still, I managed to crawl away after I was sure he'd buggered off. Once I'd pulled myself to my feet, tripping over the edge of the steps, my boots clipping the stones of those last few stairs on the second floor. As I rounded the corner, I thought I saw a young girl with pigtails skipping along the corridor. Or was she playing hopscotch? Heck, I've seen stranger things. Left quite the trail behind me getting to this classroom. The cleaners will have a fit in the morning. What a thing to think about. I need to rest. Maybe patch myself up. I wish I hadn't dropped my medical bag. It's got all my dressings in there. He must have taken it after he shot me. I've got a bottle of antiseptic gel on my belt. That's going to sting. Might have a couple of cool pads. Possibly a pack of wet wipes. The harsh grating sound of something hard scraping on wood draws my attention. Could be a chair being pushed along the floor. Think it's coming from the back, by the lockers. Might be the child I spotted outside the classroom. I need to get lower. More thunder rolls outside. It sounds closer in this tiny classroom. At least the sound covers my cries as I flop onto my belly. It was never going to be a good move. But it allows me to see through the discarded plastic furniture, as well as giving me cover from anyone looking into this classroom. Sticking out from beside the row of lockers is a semi-white-socked foot. Somebody's been walking around without their shoes. I remember the solid lumps of leather they made me wear as a kid. They were kind of painful for about 20 minutes. Just a bit more effort. I'm not going to let that scumbag win. I'm not going to die today. It's like crawling over broken glass. Only I'm the window. My leg, like my right arm, doesn't want to move right now. They could be broken. Well, then again, they might be dislocated. You'd think after several years of training to become a paramedic, I'd be able to tell if I've shattered or dislocated my own parts. Chuckling is equally as bad as dropping onto my belly was. That's more searing pain than I need. 12 gauge, close range. They don't tell you that the force continues even if the rounds are stopped. Or maybe they did and I forgot. My mind is like water in a sink once the plug's been pulled. You'd think somebody as short and light as I am would go flying like in the movies, but you just stand there for a moment and let it sink in. It felt like I'd smacked into a barn door again, though I should say the barn door smacked into me this time. There's that sensation of a hollow drum when I giggle, so I'd venture to say I've cracked a few ribs. My right arm is a bloody mess. If I loosen this vest, there'll be hell to pay. The worst part of this is he got me in the butt. It will be weeks before I can properly sit down again. Then there's all the jokes the others are going to come up with. It'll be worse than when Harry got his nose broken at the football match. Is he coming in today? Who knows? Weeks. No, that was a good month of dad jokes. They're going to rib me proper. See, I'm doing it to myself. What have I become? Human? I guess. A person with friends. Who would have thought that of me? There was a time I couldn't care about anything but myself and my world. I could still see myself, that lonely young woman, well, 15, almost 16. What did that matter? Sitting in a bedroom, screaming at the world, notice me, I'm important, see. I slide up to the edge of the lockers, putting my body between the young girl and the door to the classroom. Sobbing accompanies the twitching toes. More hot shards shoot through my shoulder. So much for not making much noise. This girl's about 10. Her grey skirt's dirty from crawling around the floor. No blazer. The girl I saw had on one of those heavy woolen blazers. There's blood on her arms. Small cuts from broken glass. They'll sting a bit, but in time, they will heal. Mostly, I don't want her to see the trail of blood I left behind. So out of breath. Who would have thought it would be so hard to move a few feet? For a moment, I feel like I'm looking at my own reflection at that age. How similar the uniforms are. So close to my own school days. Just that short-sleeved polo shirt looks a lot more comfy than what we had to wear. Hi there. You alone? Her face is washed with fear. Impossible to believe that she didn't see or hear me coming. She shakes her head and points to me. Then again, shock does strange things. Don't think about that. That's the important thing. I'm Gwen. I'm with the paramedics. Do you know what that is? The girl stares at me like a wild baboon, ready to attack or flee. The words take their time to register. She nods her head once. The tears roll down her cheeks. What's your name? Cassie. Cassandra Sawyer. Class 2B. I'm a hummingbird. No smile as she just looks past me. Just the drilled-in response from the matrons of the blackboard. Do they even use blackboards anymore? Interactive learning boards. That must be it. Those wide eyes staring at me. I know that look. I've been that look. A frightened girl, the middle of a storm. Why has it got to be this way? Just a different rainy day. Thank you for listening. That was chapter 1 of Monster, Fear and Lavender by G.B. Tierney. Please hit like, subscribe for more stories. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Have fun, people.